To begin my project, I measure the length of the 4x1s for the top piece. I'll be cutting 2 pieces, each about 17 inches long. Next, I cut the pieces to size. After my pieces have been cut, I'm ready to glue them together. After the pieces have dried, I use my hand planer to give the edges a rounded look. Next, it was time to test out my new random orbital sander. So new, I forgot to completely unpack it. Since I'll be staining and finishing the top, I needed it to be extra smooth. I gradually increased the grit I sanded with, starting from 100 and ending with 180. After a thorough sanding, I was ready to start measuring and cutting my legs. I measured each to be about 8.5 inches to match the width of the top. I'll be using a total of 4 separate pieces of wood for the legs, 2 2x1s and 2 4x1s. Since I want the legs to be even, I use my clamp and cut both sides simultaneously. Then, it was time to glue them together. After the legs were done drying, I needed to measure guidelines for where I'd be drilling the screws to attach the pieces. After I had my measurements, I drilled 4 pilot holes for where I'll be attaching the legs later. Next, I used my drill press with a 1/2-inch spade drill bit to create screw holes for my oak plugs. This way, I can cover the support screws and give the surface a nice, flush finish. After the leg pieces were assembled, I sanded them with increasing grits, starting at 100 and ending at 150. Next, I was ready to glue the legs to the top piece. I'm also going to use screws, but the glue will help to stabilize the piece and keep everything aligned when I'm ready to drill. While I'm waiting for the assembled pieces to dry, I need to make a support beam across the bottom of the stool. The area between the legs measures to about 14.5 inches, so that's how long I'll need to cut my beam. Then it's back to sanding. When I placed the support piece to see if it fit, I realized I didn't like the look of the larger wood. Luckily, I had some scrap 2x2s that I used instead. Once the 2x2 had been cut and sanded, I needed to find the center of each side to make pilot holes for the support beam. Then it was time to drill my holes. I used my 1/2-inch spade drill bit again to make holes for my oak plugs on the legs. Once I had drilled all my pilot holes, I was ready to attach the support beam. After making sure the support beam was level, I was ready to screw it into place. Same with the top piece. After all the pieces were attached with screws, I use a rubber mallet to place the oak plugs. Before I stain the piece, I use a pre-stain wood conditioner to help get a more even finish. After the conditioner had set for at least 2 hours, it was time to apply my stain. To finish it all off, I apply a few coats of urethane, sanding with high grit sandpaper between each coat. After that, I was done.